Looks like microphones on, webcam, games captured. Should be good. Hopefully the volume's okay. Got chat pulled up for YouTube and Twitch. Okay, awesome. Well, let's get to it. Ellis will be joining again, of course, just busy with bedtime for the kiddos. I am trying to remember where I left off. Oh, that's right. I finally caught up to, I think her name's Alva, her tribe of stuck-up people. So that was fun, meeting them. She wasn't available, because she's already busy, I guess, trying to forge ahead. And these guys are definitely very, very conceited. My favorite kind of people. So I have to help them out with some kind of very advanced Thunderjaw, I guess. I feel like we fought a lot of Thunderjaws in this game.
I didn't believe, but now I see. You truly are an ancestor reborn. A good omen if I ever saw one. I'm a scout for the expedition. Whatever I learn of this strange land, I will share with you. As is my duty to the ancestors. I should tell you then. I spotted a tall neck southwest of
Whoa,
here.
what is with that audio
Lying still as
change?
death among the waves. They said Glinthawks were stalking its remains, so be wary if you're out that way.
Thanks.
A tall neck.
Tall
May the
neck,
ancestors
beach to the
guide us.
southwest. I wonder if it's dead. I should have a look when I get the chance.
Cool. That could be fun. Alright. I guess I'm gonna go, do this now. Yep. Guess so. Alright, no one in chat yet.
Okay. Off to the big pyramid to fight the Thunderjaw.
Yep. That's right. So I guess it's gonna be right past this where I can't see anything. That's fun. I just dropped down. Okay, that was weird. I was expecting a more sophisticated way to get down, but I didn't really see anything. Now I'm kind of wondering how I get back up, but I guess that's a problem for another day. Is this how I get back up? Well, I may be trapped here, I guess, but, oh well. It is what it is. Solve that problem later. Could probably use some of this. Or not. Pouch full. That pyramid.
A barbarian!
Run, stranger!
The
There's a
machine will
killer
kill
machine
you!
about!
There you are. I guess we're doing this.
Okay. Level 48. What in the world? Weak to acid. Weak spot is its data nexus. Okay. Acid is its weakness. Rapid fire cannons. Detachable. Removes an attack. Radar disrupts an ability. Antenna. Reinforcement call. Oh. Can it actually do that? Heart. Okay. Oof. Okay. Acid canister. I should do that. I should try to hit that with acid damage. And then obviously the disc launchers to attack it with. Oh, and the blaze. Okay. Ammo drum. Purge water. Jeez, this thing has a lot on it. Okay.
Shouldn't be chasing false alarms.
This is insane how close this thing is to me right now.
Plasma's wasted against that machine.
Another false alarm. Must have been a false alarm.
Wow, must have been a false alarm. Where's that weapon? Where's that weapon I knocked off with it? Well, that's unfortunate.
Something's messing with my focus. Wasn't enough.
Hail Machine Hunter! Speak with us!
Ah, that's where it dropped. Nice work by me. No wonder I couldn't find it in the heat of the moment. Oh, hey Daytime, sorry about that. Obviously I was a little bit too honed in on what I was doing and did not see your message. Thanks for joining. I prefer to do my chatting on Twitch these days because YouTube is always behind by like 5 seconds or so I'm there. Okay, yep, no worries. I do have the Twitch chat up as well. Appreciate you joining. I'm in chat but haven't had anything to say yet. Though I did notice people in red states are going to their local representatives' offices and yelling at them to stop the Doge agenda. Yeah. Many are saying things like, Trump wouldn't do that. when the politicians claim they're only doing what Trump wants. People sure are quick to decide something was a false alarm. Yeah, so... I mean, I don't want to get too crazy political because there's a million things that can be said. But ultimately, the Democrats and the Republicans are actually the same people. They're both, you know, basically the, what's it called? The oligarchs of old. You know, it's all about
You killed that
increasing
machine.
wealth.
Your CEO sent
That's
me.
all that either side cares about, and they basically just
I
play
need
at
to
our
speak to
feelings
Alva.
to get us to
Strike
put
on
them in
it.
power
Over here.
through
Open the
democracy.
gates.
But honestly, all we're doing is picking which overlords we're going to have,
Hey,
and their agenda's pretty
Over
much the
here.
same. Make them and their billionaire friends more money. And unfortunately, we're just pawns in the game.
Alva,
It sucks. It sucks, it
I'm glad
sucks.
you're okay.
But I
Oh, you
hope
got
that
rid
this
of
will
that
wake people up
machine.
to realize that
But
they're all
what
screwing
are you
us.
doing here?
There's something
Either
inside
side.
Thebes that I need.
The class system is
I
just
went
to
to
get us to
Landfall.
disagree with each other
I
instead
met
of
your
seeing what's
CEO.
really happening.
We came to an agreement, kind of.
And you're going to help us get in?
I guess so. The whole thing was a little tense.
Yes,
something
there is
off
something
about
off
that
about
guy.
that guy.
And I don't understand what he wants from Thebes. I thought we found the data that your people needed back on the mainland.
That data will take us years to sift through. The CEO wants faster results.
Oh my gosh.
Aloy, you have to be careful. He's...
There they are. The legacy tells us that Elizabeth Sobek helped the ancestors cast aside all obstacles. And so it has been today.
You have been true to your word. I'm pleased.
Yeah. This guy is
Thebes
a jerk.
awaits us below. Shall we?
Not a fan. The false alarm thing was in reference to what happened in the game and how quickly enemies
that's
give
the
up.
vision.
Oh, yeah.
Much of
I
this
know.
was
They give up their
flooded.
searches
We
so
had
quick
to
in
pump a
video
great
games, it's just
deal of
hilarious.
water out.
It really is. Oh, guess nothing was there. Oh well. Same with that machine. Saw me clear as day. I just hop in a bush and it's like, well, it's probably just a bush now. I guess some of these machines still run on like ChatGPT
Behold,
level AI.
The door
Can't tell a bush from
to
red hair.
Thebes.
A door like no other.
Well, you're right about that. It's designed to open for only one man. Ted Farrow.
But the legacy tells us that he worked closely with Sobek. He trusted her. Surely she can open the door, and so surely can you.
Not gonna happen. At least not from this side.
You said she was a living ancestor with Sobek's eternal essence.
If I may, Pharaoh, great as he was, did not build his palace alone. We know this from scraps of data we found, the ones that pointed to this location. And we found evidence of passages below. Maybe they were built to aid construction. Or for servants. We can't reach them. The way is flooded and they're too far underwater, but...
Yeah. I can reach them. There might be another way in down there.
You see? With Sobek, there is always a way.
Then do what you must to get us inside.
So you used to make fun of the whole, oh, what was that over there? False alarm in A Plague Tale. That's funny. Alright, Daytime. Yeah, the Republicans are closer to the donors
door
because they
is all
give
that
the
stands
rich
between
more
me
of what they want.
and
The
destiny.
Democrats lost their donors
Indeed,
because the
my
donors
CEO.
want everything, and the Democrats only give them only some of everything. Hakeem Jeffries ran to the tech oligarchs asking how he can get their money. Well, he can't, so the Democrats, unable to win the rich donors, have only one choice: do what the people want. Which they won't. they're useless as a party.
So many years of toil
Yeah.
have led up to this moment.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
It will
I feel
be
like when
worth
push
it.
comes to shove,
I
eventually
know
they
it
will
my lord.
fold and do more for the people they want donations from. It's hard for me to envision them actually doing what the people want because they're too in bed already with the millionaires and billionaires, and if they don't do what they want, they won't have the resources to win elections anymore, and they would rather be in power than not in power. I mean,
There
unfortunately,
must
it's just
be a way through the door.
human
The
nature.
ancestor will find it in the waters below.
Of course, your munificence. Of course.
What's going on? Okay, so I can't go up this way. Alright. I was curious what all this was.
That door.
Between me and my destiny. Okay. Okay, jerk.
This water's warm. It's almost like a hot spring.
What am I gonna find down here? Also, what level is this quest? Okay, it's level 26, so I'm still doing okay, I guess.
Look at that thing. It's huge. And it goes all the way down to the bottom.
That looks like lava. Holy, yep, they're using heat to power this facility. Alright. That's kind of cool, I guess.
There's a rupture up there. There's no way in. Yeah, this could get me inside.
Do. Swimming, swimming, swimming.
Okay, looks like this tunnel leads deeper into the structure.
Oh, do I need to go this? Oh, shoot. Alright, so which way do I go? I'm guessing to the left. Yeah, to the left, okay. So I've got to time it, I've got to wait for the fan to be gone, to stop, and then I swim through. But is it going to pull me in? Oh no, it's pushing me away. And now it's going to try to pull me in, I bet.
I'm gonna have to find a way to stop that turbine from spinning to get past it.
Is this going to stop, or does this just keep on going forever? Okay. So there has to be another... Oh, this door. Huh! I swam right past the door I needed. I was trying to get into that one really badly. Well, should have known there was an easier way.
There's gotta be a way to stop that turbine around here somewhere.
Alright. I heard that Sony wants to make a TV show based on Horizon, which sounds awesome at first. I really like their The Last of Us TV show, despite finding the game to be overhyped and mediocre. But the Horizon TV show is rumored to take place before all the robot dinosaurs and things ruled the Earth. As in, before the world got interesting. Oh man, I'm with you, Daytime. So, to me, I do think that... I played The Last of Us a little bit. I didn't play it a ton. I didn't, like, even finish the first game. And never even started the second. But, I do tend to agree with you that the game seemed good, but not necessarily, like, amazing. And I liked the show a lot, though. I did. I really enjoyed the show. So, I could see this game series being really good because I actually liked the first one a lot.
Okay, sorry.
And the second one has been okay. It's been fun, but not as interesting in my opinion as the first one. But you're right. What in the world is going to make people want to watch a TV show about the world before this happens? What I did. I did.
Did you press save?
Yeah, in Restream
Okay.
it showed the change titles. I'm sorry.
Huh.
Like, I mean, if you want, you can go click on Restream and see what it says for your titles.
Yeah, that's really weird that it didn't. Well, and I would have to update them now individually because it doesn't matter.
Right, because it's already streaming, but
Right. Yeah, that's weird that it didn't.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I can do that. Yeah, that was weird. It just didn't update. Like it just didn't get this.
Wait, did it stop the stream when you did that?
Did it?
We look paused now.
Well, because we did pause.
No, oh, I thought we weren't moving, my bad.
Oh.
I think it was just like a little bit of delay or something.
Yeah, so actually it can change apparently. I didn't know that. That's cool. Second, I'm just checking this info now.
Oh, you have to do that manually?
I have to do it manually every time after I've started the stream. If I do it before, it'll still erase it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really frustrating.
That's annoying.
Okay, sorry. So, did you mention it was our last stream at all, or no?
Well, no, not yet.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I'll let you finish your thought with daytime. I'm sorry for interrupting. I don't know what you were...
Oh, no, we were just talking about how it sounded like a great idea
For what?
to make this into a TV show.
Oh,
Like they did The Last of Us
yeah.
until we
Here I
found
am
out
again,
that they're gonna do it
hiding
before
in the gym.
the dinosaurs and everything, the robots.
writing to stay sane in
Then
this
it's like, what?
crazy
A
place.
prequel?
Mhm.
I
That's
can't
kind of
believe
dumb.
Grigori's dead.
Yep. Pretty dumb.
Our so-called spiritual leader was fine yesterday, and then suddenly passed away in his sleep, and no one will talk to me about it.
I have to check
treat
on
me
those
like a
ways. They're
child.
very wide awake.
Whispering behind my back,
No, I'm so
as
sorry.
if I
They're
can't
not
cope
going
with
down anytime
death,
soon.
even after the end of the world.
I think they were just too
Such a
hyped being
pain
outside.
with her,
Yeah.
including a teenage girl.
It's
Weird.
hard getting all over it any later than
Yeah.
we usually do, because then just like, then we eat dinner, and then we were
Mhm.
outside, and think about summer. Like, summer's gonna come,
Yeah.
it's gonna get brighter. He's gonna stay up until probably 9 at least, you know?
Yeah.
His schedule's gonna flip-flop on us, like, real quick.
Mhm. So what we're in right now, what you missed is I fought the Thunderjaw that they talked about.
Mhm.
They let me in here. I get to the door, and it's locked to only Ted Farrow's DNA is the only one that can get in. Homie that seemed like a D-bag is like really upset about it and turns to his right-hand man and is like, you said Elizabeth Sobek, like, you know, lineage or whatever would be able to solve anything. And like looked, the guy was like backing away like he was scared and was like stumbling with his words finally, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like, don't worry, Elizabeth Sobek has overcome many challenges and blah, blah, blah. And then Alva steps in. And she had been trying to warn us about what's up with them. Because we were talking trash on them as soon as we showed up. Like, they seem off. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but be careful because... And then they show up. You know, so that kind of deal. Anyway, as he's threatening that dude, Alva steps up and is like, well, you know, we discovered that there are tunnels underneath here too, perhaps used in the construction of the facility. And then she like really quickly was like, or for servants. I guess that guy like really doesn't get anything, you know, kind of thing.
I've gotta go check on them. They're crying.
We swam our way in here basically.
Gotcha.
And now we're gonna try to open the door from the inside.
Yeah, keep talking, checking chat. It looks like you weren't checking Twitch at first, or because I see like I'm on Twitch.
Oh, I was in the middle of the fight. So they just let me know
Yeah,
that they're gonna be on Twitch in case I didn't have it up.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, oh, could you set their music? I think I set the phone over there.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did, but you didn't say anything, so I didn't know.
Because I got distracted.
Just a second, I gotta start the music for the kids so they can sleep. Riveting gameplay, I know. Okay. That should be helping them. And I was in here looking for loot, I believe. Found toilets. That's not what I want. Okay. A little bit of loot.
The living area. It's pretty big, too.
What kind of music? Well, we make a playlist of just songs from artists that sing pretty clean and pretty upbeat, but not too upbeat music. You know, like happy but kind of chill music. So one that they like a lot right now is AJR. They also like 21 Pilots. There's some other artists and some other songs obviously thrown in there, but that's the majority of the playlist. We just made
There's nothing normal
songs that they
about
like,
a scientist,
help them
his
sleep.
daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem living through the end times in a trillionaire's underground survival bunker. But now that Grigori's gone, I'm worried things will get even weirder. He helped keep Ted stable for a couple of years, sort of. Without him, who knows? And we don't even understand what happened to him.
This is
Girl's
crazy.
right. Nothing normal about Ted.
There's nothing normal about a scientist, his daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how many people were down here is what I was trying to get an idea of. Okay, so that is the way I need to go, so I should explore more in here, I guess, first. Grigori's journal. Did I tell Ted what he needed to hear, or only what he wanted to hear? Did I want to lead him to salvation, or was I simply seeking my own? I invited him to consider his being in a universe bereft of the trappings of techno-nihilism. But did he instead annihilate his own past along with the rest of the world? Oh God, what have I done? Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you even end up in this situation, but I assume it involves making a deal with the devil, which in this case is Ted. So, I'm sure whatever you've done is not good. It's hard to imagine anyone in here has done good besides perhaps poor teenager caught up in the middle of it.
I know everyone's reeling after Grigori's untimely demise. He was a deeply spiritual man who wasn't afraid to rip back the curtain and gaze where few men dare. I've asked Dr. Sumtow to, check on what happened to him. I'm sure he had some kind of condition or something. The main point is that while we certainly miss him, we will go on. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, something tells me it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, no freaking kidding.
Let's hope this is the way to the main door, so I can let the Quinn in. Look at this place. It's pretty fancy for a survival bunker. There, the door. Let's hope I can open it from the inside. Ah, good. An emergency exit function.
I don't like it when a game makes you do something repetitive all the time, like that pulse you keep sending out. It shouldn't have to happen. Yeah, in the first game you didn't have to do the pulse to find things, I feel like.
Destiny
But you had to like,
is
I don't remember how, I think it just showed on the map. I can't even remember anymore. But yeah, having to do it just to see items I can loot is annoying.
The CO is preparing to enter Thebes.
Look at this Joker.
Oh, why are you dressed like Ted Faro?
I am Pharaoh, renewed. My essence is the same as his. Across the years, across the generations, his soul is my soul. His will is my will.
Oh my
We
God.
are sundered in only one way. I need his final testament, his deepest secrets. And now that the door is open, those secrets are within my grasp. When I have them, I will be complete, as he was. I will have everything I need to save our homeland, and, as Pharaoh did, the world.
Okay. I think there's some confusion here about who Pharaoh really was.
No one knows better than I who he was, who he is. Me. The Renewer, greatest of the ancestors, the man who saved the world. And you. You understand, Sobek. You are her, Pharaoh's harbinger, his assistant. Come, we will descend into Thebes together, as it should be. Bring her the raiment.
Raymond?
As he is Pharaoh, you are Sobek. For an occasion this momentous, shouldn't you wear proper business attire?
Whoa. No, 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 no. No, I am not wearing that. No way.
You will wear the proper attire to mark this moment.
Or what?
It is said Sobek valued life above all else. Is this true?
Fine. I'll wear your raiment.
Can I just... Do we have to? Can I not just fight everybody now and get this over with? Like, I don't need them. They need me.
Excellent. Shall we proceed? Look at this place. The grandeur.
Pharaoh's domain. Simply breathtaking.
Excellent. Somewhere in here,
No, I'm
Pharaoh
sorry.
left his secrets.
So,
let's go find them.
these
You're
imbeciles
magnificent. Perhaps we should leave
Yeah.
guards
believe
behind
the
to cover
Pharaoh
our
lies
exit.
because that's the data they have.
Indeed.
Is that Pharaoh's
Let
the
it be
savior of the
done.
world, and that Elizabeth was his assistant.
Oh.
That's what they think, and this guy thinks he's like Pharaoh reincarnated,
Oh no.
and that he's going to continue Pharaoh's legacy as
the
the
white
greatest.
dude.
Yeah, he's going to continue Pharaoh's legacy as the greatest man
that
of all
means you
time.
could be anybody, right? You do-
Well, no, he just believes he's like a descendant, like the
Right.
continuation of him, right? And so he got dressed in
As
Ted
destiny
Pharaoh
intends.
attire and brought forth Elizabeth attire from the old age and is forcing us to wear it.
Whoa.
Held us and Alva at Arrow Point with all of his soldiers and was like, you will wear the business attire for this occasion.
Wow.
I cannot wait to kill this.
Yeah, she looks gross.
I cannot wait to kill this
I'm
dude.
glad he didn't make you cut your hair or something.
He asked her to, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna wear that. And then he was like, well, she valued life, did she not? And had them threaten to kill everyone. Like, well, can I just fight them now and get this over
Most
with,
of
please?
Ted's women repulse me, okay? They're like contestants on a housewife sim preening for the hubby's attention. But Brianna, the Hollow Singer, she's different. She's always been nice to me. And I love her voice,
Sounds like everyone went
which has
crazy
been
in here.
conspicuously silent since Grigori died. She doesn't speculate or gossip like the others. She knows something. I can tell. And I'm gonna find out what it is.
Yeah, so Grigori was like the spiritual person that he brought with him. Basically, at the end of the world, he wanted to survive, so he kept his, it seems like, teenage daughter, himself, a bunch of women to smash, and like some
That's so awkward to bring
scientists.
your child along
Yeah.
with like a bunch of your
some scientist, and some spiritual guy. Basically, like, what he thought he needed to, you know, live out the rest of their days happily. But then, the, spiritual guy died, and his last journal entry was, you know, basically like, oh god, what have I done? Right? And then Ted has a little entry we found so far where he's like, yeah, you know, he died. It's really sad. We're gonna have our doctor find out what happened to him, you know, but we'll be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, and I feel like they switched voice actors too. Look at
Pharaoh's visage, a
look at how
monument to greatness.
full of himself he is, just like this guy.
It's a monument to something, I'll give you that.
I cannot wait to kill this guy. I am just sad that I have to wait to do it. I want to kill him right now.
Statue.
The Emperor will heap rewards upon you for this, my zeal.
Great risks bring great bounties, Overseer.
Get out of my way. Yep, I just want to kill this guy, take his weapon, and kill everybody else. That's what I want to do. I don't need any
I think this way
of you.
might lead down.
Like, they're not doing anything.
Is bow high for
Actually, it'd be even more funny if, like, a machine comes out and Aloy just lets them get destroyed by the machine, you know, because they can't actually do anything, right?
She probably wouldn't even let something happen. It would just happen on accident, you know? She's not gonna let things just happen.
I just meant like oh, I've already taken what I need from here to get back to Gaia. Guess I better leave now, like you said. She wouldn't let something happen, but like...
There will be no further discussion of your feet, Bohai.
Guy's complaining about his feet.
Wow.
Brianna told me that Grigori hacked into restricted files and found out something awful. That Ted murdered important people who worked on Zero Dawn. Did Ted punish Grigori?
Because he wanted to keep his legacy.
Kill him for discovering what he did? How could that be? Dad said there wasn't a mark on Grigori's body. His heart just gave out.
Find anything interesting?
I can't make sense of it yet.
I can't wait till she just shares all the data with everybody here that Ted's a dick. And this guy that, you know, thinks he's Ted is also one, so, you know?
Spitting.
Yep. I mean, at least he is just like the man he worships.
Yeah.
He really is a copy of him, like a sad little loser that thinks he's the most important person in the world, but really just exploits other people for success.
Yeah, I tried to warn you.
Yeah, sort of.
I'll explain everything if we survive long enough.
I think the kids are rolling around.
Those certainly look threatening.
Yep, corruptors.
Statues. The guardians
They're gonna
of
come
Pharaoh's
up.
domain.
They're totally gonna wake up.
Those aren't statues. Look out!
Get the CO out of here.
What a loser.
Guess it's just us then.
She's
Seriously.
I'm here.
useless.
We have no choice.
No, she actually
Oh,
can't
she's
fight.
good fighting. Oh, I was like, she probably isn't.
It seems like they all are, somehow. Where did this one just pop up on here?
Okay, I gotta go check on him, sorry.
Okay.
I think it was at the bottom.
I think so.
Oh, no, sorry, it's right here. I think.
Where? Oh,
Right,
this one.
right.
Yeah, Corruptor. That's what I was looking for. Okay, weak
don't
against
forget to
fire.
check
That's
on
right.
Chat after you're done with the fight.
Yeah. Thank you. I just saw a car ad. I'm noticing that car ads don't talk about the self-driving features that cars have. To me, the self-driving features of cars are its best feature. I had no clue they were there until I'd been using them for a month. Staying in the middle of my lane automatically, matching speed with the car in front of me, and automatically stopping with following. Yeah, it's interesting you point that out. I think it's because so many people are just used to driving as it is, that they're just marketing, I guess, is stuck on bragging about the things that they're used to getting people to buy cars, and maybe it's hard for them to make that switch. Because when you think about it, like, safety, unfortunately, a lot of American drivers don't really value safely. Look at how they drive. They drive so recklessly, right? So safety features like that, they might be worried or, you know, an annoyance to people that like to drive around crazy. I don't know. That's an interesting observation you made, though. You're right, I haven't really noticed many car ads talking about their safety features. I've seen a few that have, but overall, it's not a big talking point. Alright, so I need to take out that, so they can't launch spikes. And I need to take out the grenade launcher, so they can't do that. Oh, okay. That was pretty smart of it. Okay, where's fire? Do I have anything with fire on it? Fire, fire. Oh, shoot. Now is not a good time to not have anything with fire on it. Oh well. Looks like we're gonna be okay. Well, that was pretty easy. Surprisingly easy. That was very surprisingly easy. To daytime, it would be my big selling point. I want my car to do as much of the driving for me as possible. Driving's not fun, it's something I do to get places. No, you're absolutely right. It's something that Adam Conover talked about in one of his podcasts and some of his comedy stand-ups and everything. It's like, man, how do we in this country make driving seem so glorious when really it's just a chore that we do to get from point A to point B? And that's like, man, I had never really thought of it like that, but really, like, I do enjoy driving sometimes, and it can be peaceful sometimes and kind of nice, just as like a break from the normal, like, busyness, right? But the actual act of doing it, when I was young I liked it, but I was also reckless and drove fast and stuff like that. Now as an adult, like, I would rather just be where I'm trying to get, you know, without the in-between. So, yeah. Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from, for sure. When driving to and from the Poconos the last few times, I used the self-driving features and then used my phone to take photos out the window. I took full advantage of my car driving itself to take photos that otherwise would be dangerous to take. Yeah. And that might be part of why they're not doing it too, is because even as good as the technology is, they don't want to be liable for the risk that comes with people maybe not paying as much attention as they used to on the road, right? If an accident happens and the self-driving is what's occurring, you know, they would rather it not be everyone's just filing lawsuits at them or
Brianna
whatever.
didn't wake up this morning. She's gone. Just like Grigori. I'm looking up at the giant, hideous statue of Ted in the Great Hall. At his eyes. And I know now that he's watching me. He's watching us all. He's always had power over us. I just never knew how much.
Did you discover some data?
A fragment. A testament to Ted's power.
Ah. Yes, that looks like the way.
When I built this place, when its special systems were designed, I knew what I wanted. Protection, of course. An unlimited power source, that was a given. but also control
Oh, Ted.
over every possible eventuality. After all, you never know what'll happen, especially when the human element is involved.
What did you find?
Trust me. You don't want to know.
I guess I don't.
And actually, Daytime, now that you mention it, I realize I am spamming this little button to scan the environment out of habit from the first game. The second game got rid of the need for that, technically. I'm the one doing it now because I'm so used to doing it. You had to, in the first game, do this to detect anything. And they made a quality of life improvement that I have yet to learn somehow. I don't know what it actually does now, if it shows things. I guess... Okay, no, you do have to hit it, but then it stays up for a while. So what... Maybe you didn't have to scan that stuff in the first game. I think in the first game, if you just clicked it quickly, it pulled up this. And this was the only way you could detect things. I think the quality of life change was that now you can tap it and just do a quick scan instead of the long scan. So that way you don't accidentally just want to check for loot, and now you're caught in that slow walk scanning animation. I heard him laughing his butt off in there.
Literally, I said, calm down, and he just started giving me
reclining throne.
There was nothing.
Attached
I
to
was
some
not
kind
even
of
talking to him.
apparatus. I wonder what it
He's just being very silly and deranged.
This guy is a lunatic. And
Right.
also...
They were both
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like
Oh,
that.
I don't like that
I'm
either.
sorry, CO.
Now they're all
I don't
off.
know. My focus can't read the data here.
What about the living ancestor? Is the data lost to her?
He's not liking the fact that I keep stopping and scanning things. He's like, oh, did you find some data? Did you find something?
yeah.
And now he's asking her about it, like, can you read this stuff? No, I can't. It's lost to me. Uh-huh.
Did you say hi to Isabella?
Oh, I did not. They must have just
Hi,
popped
Isabella.
in.
No, they popped in before I left.
Oh,
I just
okay.
said that's why I said to catch up on chat. I didn't know what you had read by daytime, but you were also fighting monsters. That went quick, though. You got them quick, the monsters. The
Yeah,
robots.
they actually did find, like, a roof line to help us do the fight.
Mm.
So they did help. They just ran away and hid for a bit, and then they came out and sniped
Gotcha.
them up high where they couldn't reach. While we actually fought them on the ground. By the way, we find out that like, AI thing or whatever that she was a fan of, that's what it sounded like. It said a hologram that would sing to her and was nice to her and stuff. So I'm assuming his daughter. You were here when she did the voice log over it. Anyway, it sounds like he deleted that too, or killed it off, or whatever.
I was here when she talked about how he might have killed somebody.
Yeah, right.
So what AI thing are you
She-
talking about?
She learned it from the AI thing. The AI thing's the one that
I
told
didn't
her, and then it
realize.
sounds like Ted killed
I did not
it
see who
for telling
said
her.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was only paying attention.
And
to
then
that
we
stuff.
find a voice
But
log
there's
from
too
Ted.
many names, so I don't
Mhm.
actually know who is who, to be honest, because I haven't seen a lot of these people's faces. So, like, I don't even know who Ted is, technically. Like, I hear the name, but I don't know who he is. I don't think I've seen his face. Have we seen his face? Or is he just, like,
Whose face?
Ted's?
Yeah, and
See, like, I
in,
can't-
in like meetings in the last game, he had meetings with Sobek and stuff. and
Oh,
we got
see,
to
I didn't
see him.
watch the whole game either
Yeah.
because of
Gotcha.
them, so I'm wondering how many people I
Yeah.
don't remember. I don't know. I'm very lost in this game, to be honest. At this point, I really don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So anyway, Ted, we found a log from Ted where he said, you know, there were some
Who
things.
is Ted? What does
Ted
he do?
Farrow is the one that destroyed Earth as a greedy
Oh.
corpo guy that just wanted to sell
Okay,
these machines
so
that were dangerous.
what are you trying to call him most of the time? Because you said Farrell earlier, so are we just gonna call him Ted or Farrell? Or
I mean,
Farrell?
it's
Is
the
it
same
Farrell?
person, so it doesn't matter.
Well, could we say Ted Farrell then? Because I
Okay,
didn't
Ted
know
Farrell.
it was the same person. I was
Yeah.
really confused.
Yeah, so...
It's just hard when people
Mhm.
change up the first name or last name when they're talking
Well, they
about
refer to
someone.
him
I
differently
see
throughout
that.
the
I
game.
see
Sometimes they call him
that.
Ted,
It's very
sometimes he's
annoying,
called
though.
Pharaoh, sometimes it's Ted Pharaoh. Like,
Right, it's
that's
very
how people refer to
frustrating,
people
though.
sometimes, is by first
No
or
one's
last
ever
names
called
or
me
both.
Gentry, like unless it's in a
Okay,
professional,
I've definitely
like doctor's office.
Been called Caleb, I've been called Gentry, I've been
Well,
called
yeah,
Caleb
that's your
Gentry.
whole life.
Yeah,
But like in my adult life, no one's ever referred to me anything other than Ellis.
I don't want to get too close yet, because I feel like it's going to trigger me having to talk to him. Those guys, I want to see if there's anything else I missed. Okay. How can I explain to him that you can't really prove an organism has achieved immortality in a day, a week, or even a year? The question literally embodies the idiom, only time will tell. I have no idea how long his body will survive. All I know is that it will last a lot longer than mine. As far as the therapy goes, we've graduated from 2 steps forward, 1 step back, to 2 step forward, 1 step sideways. With each treatment, his cells regenerate more effectively. At this point, I don't think they're aging at all, but mutations keep popping up, and each one has to be treated individually. So far, my strategy of pharmaceutical whack-a-mole seems to be working, but for how long and with what side effects? The irony is, I've probably achieved more for the field in these last 2 years than the entire industry did in the last 20, but no one's around to appreciate it. Ted sure doesn't. These days, he doesn't seem to appreciate anything. Alright, so that's the doctor. Which, it seems like from the last
He
log.
died, right? The doctor?
No.
Oh.
It was the religious person that was
Who's
there.
The
The spiritual person.
I thought that was Pharaoh.
No, Ted Farrow is not the spiritual person. He's the
So he's not the guy with
corporation.
the statue?
Yeah, he is the guy with the statue, but he's not... He brought a, like, spiritual person into his bunker to help them, like, I guess, maintain some level of, like, normalcy to life.
Okay.
Because
And what was
spirituality...
his name?
I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
now. Anyway, he killed him, obviously.
So
because,
Ted killed the spiritual person?
Right, because the spiritual person, it sounds like, found out what Ted had done to
Oh.
people involved in the project, and felt compelled to confront him about the ethics of what he had done and what he's doing.
Oh.
And how
I
he's...
feel like it would be kind of too late at that point.
Well, sure, no, and that's what he said, what have I done, when he confronted him. Well,
Right.
he got himself killed, and he told the doctor, apparently, he was going to do it. The doctor thought it was just a threat to keep him in line. Like, make sure you do what I say, or
Right.
I'll kill you. But no, he actually killed him, and now he forced him to be complicit in it by saying, oh yeah, just natural causes. Weird, he just had a heart attack. Even though that's not what happened to him.
Right.
And now forced him to basically make him live forever. So it sounds like Ted is one of these people, probably. No, wait. So where is Ted then? Is Ted actually, like... I don't know.
Wait, I thought you... I mean, assume he died too. I mean, that was like 1,000 years ago or something? Or is he one of the Xenos?
That's what I'm wondering, like, is he one of them now? Or did he,
I mean,
like...
wouldn't we know what he looks like?
Yeah, I mean,
though?
this guy that came with us, CEO, is trying to say he's Ted, you know? So, like, what is going on with all this? It's weird now. Because, obviously, the Xenos figured out how to live forever, right? They had the technology and all that. They figured it out, too. So, did Ted actually figure it out? Like, did his doctor get it done? Interesting. I don't know. I don't know. But it is kind of wild that he was doing the same thing as them. All these
So you think the
freaking-
Xenos are the people that were down here? Or were they
No,
once-
because supposedly they're the ones that fled Earth, is what it's
Scan
been
the
saying.
device,
But who would have
if
fled
you
Earth?
will.
Fled Earth if everybody thought it was fine, and they didn't even know until it was too late.
No, they sent that because they...
Who did?
That was part of the whole project.
Oh.
Like, part of it was, one is
Please.
to hedge
scan the
bets,
device.
You did this for
was
him?
to have some leave Earth
You
to a
put,
suitable
like,
planet, and the
all
other
switches
were
in
going to try to
everyone's
reclaim it.
heads?
Okay.
So they hedged their
You
bets.
mustn't judge me. I had no choice. If I said no, what would he do to us? What would he do to you?
Show me what your focus reveals
You're
about
my
the
little
device.
girl. I was trying to
Oh,
keep you
so it's the
alive.
doctor's
For what,
daughter?
Seriously, why?
Not Ted's.
Dang.
So we can be trapped in this underground nightmare?
Dang.
You know what we have to do. Please.
Scan
you find
the
a recording,
device,
Aloy?
if you will.
Yeah. I'll share it with you later.
Dude, I am not on your time. Screw you. I cannot wait to be rid of you. It will be very satisfying
Please. Scan
to
the
remove you
device.
from this game.
made a minor adjustment to the gene therapy regimen and added a new cocktail to treat the symptoms caused by the mutations. Hopefully, there will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted will do to us if there isn't. The early results were so promising. No signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but now... Oh, if only I had access to my old lab in Bangkok, or my old colleagues, or my old liquor cabinet. Stop it. Got to stay positive. For Kenya.
And this poor dude traded his soul for keeping his daughter alive, but at what cost?
I could tell. Did the data explain what Pharaoh used this device for?
I think he was undergoing treatments to live longer. A lot longer.
Really? Could he still be alive?
Don't be foolish. If he were alive, he would have kept his essence. It would not have been passed down to me. Remember, he was the renewer. Of course, he would have stopped at nothing to grasp the secrets of life and death, but not for himself. Everything he did was for a new beginning.
His hair.
For us,
I know.
for the Quen.
His hair is as ridiculous as his belief in...
And for his true heir, me.
You know, I'm starting to think you're right. You do have a lot in common with Ted Pharaoh.
I knew you would see, in time.
Thinks it's a compliment.
Let us continue. His secrets await.
Okay, I gotta go check on them again.
Okay.
I think I hear them out of the bed. They keep doing that. Sorry guys, kids are being obnoxious. Ugh, thanks for keeping up with chat. I can hear you. Sweet.
Did you talk to Daytime about Amy?
I didn't read any of the comments yet.
Okay, gotcha. What? He ran off to here. Why did you run off to here, dude? Mr. I Want to Be Ted? Okay. A real quality of life change, in my opinion, would be no need for a scan. Yeah, no, I agree. They made this, like,
Is that a small office
version
for a minor functionary, perhaps?
of a, like, minor quality of life improvement, but they still want us to have a need for the technology, right? Otherwise, you know, it's not the game. So, it still has to exist, but we'll make it a little less annoying, right? There's this person my friend Amy is fascinated by, Gloria Tesh, who is basically the spoiled, talentless individual who wrote a terrible book as a teenager, and whose rich dad hired people to make it into a terrible movie. I recently discovered an hour-long documentary about Gloria Tesh, and I'm gonna watch it sometime. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, honestly, all you need in life is somebody that's already wealthy in your corner, and you're set for life. Because that's how the world works. Capitalism favors the capitalist. They continue to grow fatter and richer, and we continue to become more and more poor, and, yeah, it's life.
An automated geothermal energy plant right under the city of San Francisco.
Look at all this equipment.
A marvel.
We're getting closer to the
Even
heart
I
of this
can run
place.
it, and let's face it, I was always more of a visionary than an engineer. Which is why I had the foresight to insist on the inclusion of a very unique feature. Just in case anyone ever tries to steal my cheese, so to speak.
Oh, Lord. Reactor report. Power 61%, efficiency 54%, structural integrity 41%. Base temperature 1,876 degrees Fahrenheit. Core temp 541 degrees Fahrenheit. Condition nominal. Safeguard operational. Warning, structural integrity low, core vulnerable. Any disturbance may trigger safeguard protocol. Well, that's not good. That is not good. Is that what I was reading? Okay, yeah. Jeez, so this place is about to blow, or already did at some point, which is perhaps why there was that big hole in the facility for us to
Break the
go
door
through.
down.
I'm going to look for another way in.
Good idea. It's worked before.
Very well. Get to it.
This dude, I cannot with him. Also, wow, they really are trying to break the door down. Oh.
Hurry! Break it open!
It really is crazy how much success talentless people can have in life, being born into the right circumstances. Okay, so I need to find a panel for this, I guess. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I wish that I was fortunate like that, and then I realize that I am still far more fortunate than many other people, and have no good reason to be ungrateful or anything like that. My lot in life could certainly be worse. And then I also think about what kind of person I would be if I was born into that, right? And ultimately, you know, I think I'm pretty content with where I'm at. Omega download.
Omega clearance.
Alright. So we have the clearance now.
Got it. What do you have to say for yourself, Ted?
Somtow's dead. Along with his kid. Found him on the floor of his office this morning, holding hands. Must have poisoned themselves. I never would have put them to sleep. She was just a girl, for Christ's sake.
Whatever.
I offered them life. And this is how they repaid me. By leaving me all alone. But I guess I've been alone since this whole thing began. Alone in bearing the burden. For the past.
Man, this guy sucks.
Same old Ted. No matter who dies, he's the one feeling sorry for himself.
Liz's future. Liz's children. Someday they'll come. And I'll be here to greet them. Sometimes my aging has stopped altogether. If anything, my cells are replenishing faster than normal. I just need some time for the mutations to calm down. Time. And energy. Some test of the reactor can give me what I need to grow strong again. To get my shit back together. So I can greet the kids.
Oh my god.
They're gonna need me. My advice. My guidance. And then I won't be alone anymore.
Pharaoh's secrets. Are they here?
The lengths he went to.
Not the ones you're looking for.
Then they must be in there.
Trust me. You don't want to go in there.
Are you mad? I haven't come all this way to stop now.
At last, Pharaoh's legacy is mine.
That doesn't sound good. Why is he going?
Is that?
It's him.
Burn it to ash.
Wait, no. Pharaoh has it rigged to melt down if...
Kill them too. No witnesses.
Yep.
Firing!
Give up! Here's ammunition!
Oh.
Bring down that outlaw! I'm coming!
You've really hurt them!
Nice hit!
Yeah, this is easy. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Are these people not worried about their own health?
Shall we go? You do not have
Target down!
But we never got to see, but Ted basically mutated into a monster.
What?
Yes. And he's
What do you
trying
mean,
to...
you saw him?
We saw a diagram of what the mutations turned him into, and then he locked himself up in what he thought would help him restore himself, which is more energy.
So is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he was.
What?
Although they just like killed him.
What?
Yeah, because he didn't want anyone to see the legacy of Ted. He wants to convince people that he's a god, just like Ted and all that stuff kind of thing. He doesn't want anyone to know what
Pharaoh
actually
rigged the
happened.
reactor to overflow if he
Oh my
dies.
god, she's just like
We have
right
to
in the
run.
lava.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
So
Why
we
is
gotta
there
get out of
lava?
here.
Oh, we can't see what Ted became.
I
That's
can
crazy.
try.
He's survived like
It
all
looks like
these
it's locked,
years.
though.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
It said that his cells were regenerating faster than, like, they were dying.
Oh.
And
So
that,
he was probably just a big old blob of like
yeah.
cancer, really.
Yes, exactly. That's basically what he turned into, is cancer. Oh god. I really do need to get out of here.
That's crazy though, because it's been like 1,000 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a really long time. Yep. And this a-hole.
I'm on target!
Like, did you hear his voice or anything, or was it just like
No,
when
he
they
was
went
just
in?
growling like a monster in there.
Oh.
Still in this fight.
Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna get out of here. Like, screw these people. Why even fight? Like, why are they staying?
Because they're delusional and it's cult.
Yeah. Like, there is no reason for me to be here.
More soldiers, up ahead!
Keep us covered!
Like, I don't even know why. In real life, like, no one would be fighting in this. We would all be trying to get out of here. I would not be the only one.
Hurry, sire!
So why? Sorry, why is there lava? Who did that?
Pharaoh, if he ever died, the place was rigged to detect his death and self-destruct. He didn't want anyone to find this and find out what happened to him if he were to perish. He wanted to maintain his
God, it must have
legacy.
been so insane. Like,
Yes.
no human interaction,
Yes.
just turning into a blob. Ooh.
Well, and you find out that apparently he's saying Liz, 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 like L-I-S. I think, like, Elizabeth had children, and he was waiting for them to come back. And not be alone. That's what it said in the dialogue, in the, like, logs and stuff. Like, he was waiting for kids of Liz to come back, and the only L-I-S Liz I can think of is,
Or maybe he knew that she could be cloned, and so he just descendants of her, you know?
Well,
hard to know. That's crazy if she had kids, though.
Well, I wonder, because she was so mad at him. What if she really did have kids with this man at some point? And then found out what he really is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's what happened, but it is interesting to think, like... Right?
Oh, I can't believe he pursued, like, living forever.
Yes. And now you find out that was the whole reason, is he wanted to live forever for them when they returned, to be able to greet his children, and to give them the guidance and the wisdom they would need, you know?
That's, like, you'd go insane after a few weeks, like...
But we didn't even get
interaction.
what we came here for. I guess, though, like, was this where the information was that we needed, or... I'm just trying to remember, like, our actual mission.
We found something that will help. Not just your
How
homeland.
about this guy died in
but
here?
everywhere.
Did he not just die in there?
I thought he went with the other guy. Oh, no, because he went up the statue. He was able to get up before him.
Gone. I guess you could say he gave his life to help us attain the secrets of Thebes.
Everyone's got to be so relieved. Right.
You must think I'm eminently stupid.
What? No. No.
The CEO was an entitled egotist who twisted our beliefs into a sickening, self-serving fantasy. And you expect me to believe he sacrificed himself for scraps of data? It's time for the truth, and it better be convincing. Otherwise, I'll simply order these soldiers to open
Good luck,
fire.
bitch. I'll kill all of you.
Hold up, I'm family friendly.
You're right.
I'm not.
To be honest, the CO screwed everything up. He brought Thebes down around our ears and died like a gutless coward. But we really did find something down there that will help your homeland. If I can take it and use it. Now, if I have to, I will fight my way out of here, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can just let me go. And then take credit when things start to improve.
Success certainly does sound better than failure. It seems then that our destinies are intertwined. Landfall is open to you. If it will help your cause, you may come and go as you please. But Alva must join you and report back on your efforts.
Fair enough.
Thebes is of no further value to us. Obviously, we're going back to the flotilla. Alva.
The flotilla. The
I
floating
expect your
thing.
reports to be thorough.
Okay. I have some chats with Daytime we need to catch up on.
Oh, I thought he was
Starting
going to
with
have us killed.
The book series
And
is the...
instead, I get to join you.
Glad to have you. But you're going to need a little help to reach our base. Varl, I made a new friend. I need you to meet her at the Quen Ferry and escort her back.
On it. Can't wait to meet her.
Trust me, you'll love it there. Varl will give you a better focus, and all the data you could ever want. Head to the ferry. I'll join you back east as soon as I can.
A diviner must follow the truth, wherever it leads. I'll
I
see you
wonder
there.
how broken her little mind's gonna be when she finds out Ted Farrow is as colossal of a douchebag as her boss. and that it was actually Elizabeth that saved
Now that I
everyone.
have Omega
So were
queries,
you
we
guys
should
talking
have
about
what
a
we
book
need to
series,
capture
or?
Hephaestus.
Yeah, so
Before I
the
head to the
comment
ferry,
up
maybe I
above, he
should stop
talks
by
about
Rifle.
how he has a friend that's fascinated
I'm
by
gone.
this
Maybe
person
Lil
that's
Quinn will be willing to
basically a
talk.
spoiled,
And there's still
talentless
that time.
individual
Oh.
that
I gotta change out
wrote a
these
book as a
clothes.
teenager, and then their
can't believe
dad
the
used
CEO
all of
made me
his
dress
wealth
up.
Oh my god.
to hire people to make it into a terrible movie.
no.
And now there's an
What
hour-long
movie?
documentary about this person, and Daytime's gonna watch it, and then he starts talking about the book series that she wrote, so...
Okay, the book series is the whatever saga. Sorry, I don't know what that is. There is a ridiculous promo video on it and stuff that, like, interview a little kid who said my favorite characters are Maya and Joey. Sorry. Who are the two main characters, and claiming the first book was the first and second and third best-selling books.
Oh, when did I get that?
Even though ranking doesn't work that way. Right, exactly. That is weird to, like, claim that. They obviously don't know how it works. And that when the books sell out, the publisher doesn't print anymore, which isn't how publishing works. Right, exactly. If you sell out, which would be amazing, you just print more. And eventually copies become, what do you call that? Like, not in print anymore or whatever. Like, because, like, eventually libraries have enough copies, people had their interest, like, it's just not printed anymore. I can't remember what that's called. But yeah, it's not like they aren't gonna print more if it's that popular, it's just eventually things go out of print. And has an on-screen label for the host of the show host? As show host. Whoa. It was made into an incredible, what is that word, Caleb? It was made into,
An Incredibad movie.
Oh, okay, so it's a made-up word?
Yeah.
Okay, Incredibad movie, that is just great, unintentionally comedic. Yeah, that happens a lot. Sometimes things are so cringe, they're actually funny. Or, you know what I mean? It's, like, just
Those
so bad
are,
it's
like,
good.
the best kind of funny. Like, the accidentally funny
Yes.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can just laugh the whole time. Because, like, okay, so there was this Star Trek episode called I, Mud. Or you could argue it's, First Mud. Like, his last name is Mud. Okay? And it just has an I. And you don't know if it's, like, a Roman numeral or if it's, like, I as in, like, pronoun, right? Right? Because I is pronoun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we just call it iMud. And, basically it's like this just, like, super eccentric guy that... Oh, did I say Star Wars or Star Trek? I said Star Trek, right? It's Star Trek. Anyways, so, like, you know, the Star Trek team run into him. He's super eccentric. I don't know what his game is. I can't remember, but it was such a bad episode. My father said he absolutely hated this episode. Worst episode of all Star Trek. That's what he claims, right? Which I could argue the one where Spock has to do his mating ritual was pretty bad. That one, I don't... Anyways, but it is kind of funny, though. We have to watch that one. Even out of context, it's pretty great. Anyways... So, I, Mud was so ridiculously, like, stupid and off the cuff that, like, it's so funny. And actually, it's probably, like, one of my favorite episodes because of how ridiculous it is. Like, they have to try to convince him he's crazy. And, like, at one point, they kill one of the, like, Star Trek guys. I don't remember who it was. It could have been Solo or, you know, it didn't matter. But they, like, pretend to use their guns and they, like, make this little noise, like, pew, 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 pew. Yeah, they, like, use their fingers as guns. Like, they're like,
I love that.
And he's like, oh, he died. You know, and then he's like, what? You didn't even use real guns. And they're like, yes, we did. You know, it's just, like, it's so stupid. It's funny. Anyways, I have to rewatch it. It's really funny. Talentless people who born into right circumstances that describes the dork-tator, okay, I gotcha. Dork-tator himself, Elon Musk, being born into wealth, it's not hard to be spoiled, right? Be spoiled, be ignorant, don't care what other people think, kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
The painted
For sure.
colors on Aloy, I just noticed it's a variation of the inclusive flag. Yeah, it's the progressive, like, flag colors, because you got Black Lives Matter with the dark eyes. You got trans up there on her forehead, which you couldn't really see when she was wearing this, so it was easy for you to miss, because all you see is, like, maybe the rainbow on her cheeks, but that's just... could be whatever. But yeah, once Caleb was wearing that other outfit, you could see the trans stuff and the, like, more of the eye makeup closer, I think. I know just on YouTube it says last stream, so is this right before you leave for that super long study? Yeah, I was gonna try to do a couple more streams, so it's the time cutting close. Like, I want to just spend time with my family before I have to leave. So this is the last stream. I was gonna try to do some Mario stuff, and that kept not working out, so I figured I would just let Caleb, like, do another stream of this, and then it's it for the 2 months, or 3 months, I guess, really.
The problem is Hephaestus itself.
Because I really won't be back until probably June. But even June is going to be a little sketchy because it's Pride Month, and there's a lot of stuff going on in Pride Month.
Still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay.
The crazy difference. Yeah. Well, I guess because he can't defend against it as well.
Gemini.
It's not just
you
can do twice as much. He has to defend against twice as much, I guess.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, why is she in bad shape?
I know. Her mental, I'm guessing. That's what it was.
Yeah, because like she wasn't like hurt, right?
Right. No, she wasn't hurt that we know of. Maybe
right.
They poisoned her or something.
Oh god. Oh yeah. What if she like
her for so long?
Yeah. What if she's like decomposing in a way? Like they only made like a kind of viable clone or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Oh, she's scared of the
Good
Zeniths
luck.
finding her, I bet.
Yeah.
So she overheard this, I guess? Or is she thinking the plan's gonna fail preeminently?
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way.
So I guess everyone hears our conversation with Gaia.
Weird. Yeah.
It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
Oh, they're awkward, just looking around.
I feel like that's the only one that would make sense to her.
Yeah. That's true.
We have a solid plan. You helped come up with it.
The other ones I don't
Without
think
you
she would
there,
trust.
The
She's too
probability that
broken
Zeniths
emotionally,
discover
you know?
us is high. But with you, that risk is much less. We'll get Hephaestus, get out, and come back here. It'll be okay. No! You can't guarantee that. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless.
Then you might as well try. I mean...
Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Rost. That's the difference.
Yeah,
you had someone that
actually
cared. Mm-hmm. So Aloy, you need to care about her. You need to be that person she has.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. Like you said, odds are in our favor if I do. We have to succeed. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand?
Yeah, I feel like that's fair enough. Because, like, what kind of life is that?
Mm-hmm.
I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
So now what?
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Oh.
The old
Okay.
ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others. To help the planet. Technology really can be an amazing thing.
Yeah, until it gets a mind of its own and decides to kill everyone.
I think I accidentally
Hey.
finished one of her quests.
We'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say. Oh, before I forget, I'd like to discuss the land gods again, if you have time.
2 control cores, as requested.
Ah, good. Let me see.
Is the reboot code for the Land Gods ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the Land Gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the Land Gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each Land God faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your
You're
help.
acting like I'm actually gonna go do
We're
this
not gonna
stuff.
let your people starve, Zo. I promise.
So we just did Pharaoh's Tomb.
Mhm.
Are we doing Gemini now, or whatever that is?
I think so.
I should
Okay.
go.
So
As
we
soon
have
as you intend to
4
leave for Gemini,
main things left.
Dang.
Yeah. Pharaoh's Tomb was the first part of the 3rd quarter. Or not third quarter, third act. Third act, right. Yeah.
Crazy. She's gonna be like the most happy
to work,
person
I
to be
see.
here.
There's just so much.
Yep.
I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
Yeah.
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help.
Yeah, I probably don't have a moment, honey.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become
Wow.
the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
What?
I don't like how her
Others
outfit's moving.
Yeah.
On the left side, it is like,
I'm afraid I
like
don't know
it's
anything
not
about
doing it
them.
right now. But like, you see how it's
Whatever legacy
jiggling?
they left
Oh yeah, you're
It's
right.
like she has a water bra on or something. It's like twitching. Her boob was like twitching, but not like twitching like it's harsh motions. It was just wiggle. Like, it was very awkward.
Back at the
Not that I was
greenhouse,
looking
you
directly at
spoke
her
of
breasts, but
knowledge.
like, it was very odd.
Diviners are meant
Like,
to seek out the
it's
truth
jiggling
in the
too
legacy.
much.
And many
And
Imperials
it's only the
sponsor them
left
in the
side.
hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire. Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
Stupid.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CEO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment
No,
of
yeah,
Ted Faro.
I kept reading it as CEO,
Yeah.
even though she's saying
May
CEO.
seem
Like, I
strange
don't
now,
register that she's saying it that way.
And they don't know how to pronounce it.
Right, because they don't know it stands for, like, something, you know?
We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
It is incredible to me that they actually believed that
You said the
guy was going
expedition
to save
across
them
the
all.
sea was more
He's a
dangerous than we thought it would
buffoon.
be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse. But nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now.
No
But
crap.
what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
The outfits of the tribal future are very elaborate and interesting. Yeah, I feel like all the outfits in the game are pretty interesting. They're all very different, and I like that they have different aesthetics.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
We humans today don't dress like that, that's true.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations.
Oh, God.
Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
That sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, so, basically, it's just
I
like
should go.
life here on
Of course.
real Earth.
Before you do, is everything alright?
Sell your soul to take
It
care of the
sounded
ones
like
you
there
love.
was an
And,
issue with Beta?
if you fail, it's all over, and if you don't, well,
anymore.
it still gets crappier, but
just needed
at
to
least
talk
they're
some
still
things
alive, right?
To understand one another is to embrace truth.
I guess I'm gonna talk to Gaia, and then we can see what that is. It's probably go here, do this kind of thing. Maybe we can just make it part of the way there and find a spot to save.
Hello
What time are you wanting to
Aloy.
stop?
Any time.
Hello,
I'm
Aloy.
tired. And I'm very, like,
Hey, Gaia.
I don't wanna...
So,
Oh, sorry.
Beta.
Like every 2 seconds.
Guess you heard what happened.
Yes.
That's
I am
freaking hell,
continuously
man.
impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Do you want to do the cauldron? Do you think you could do it quick? Let's go!
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Yeah, because that would be like the next step. Then you're gonna have to wait 2 months to finish it. We quit now.
You can watch the stream.
I mean, I could. If you could stream without me, I could watch.
I would hate to do
I would
that
type
to
to you, though.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
type in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Breaking news. Yes, the Republicans destroyed Medicare. What's next? Social Security. Pretty much assuming how Trump supporters...
Pretty amusing.
Pretty amusing how Trump supporters get angry about all these things. Never blame Trump. Yeah, but get pissed at their local politicians and at Musk, who, to be fair, are the ones passing these things. True. Trump couldn't do anything. He wasn't enabled, but these something
Cultist.
sorry, the burping. Cultists can't recognize this comes from the top. Oh yeah, exactly. It's like, yes, technically Trump can't do things without other people approving on, but he has everybody under his thumb, so he can do everything he wants to. You know? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So wait, they got rid of Medicare or Medicaid?
All right, connections in place.
Medicaid.
Like they officially did?
I haven't seen that yet, but crazy.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone, fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
And what's gonna go
Connecting
wrong?
to the Cauldron network now.
Obviously something.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Imperative escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Find the bots. Oh.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's just gonna affect everything. You're like, how that's good.
Oh man.
It's cracked.
Look!
Oh my god.
Autonomous defenses.
Oh no, it like transported itself into something else.
That means machines are on their way.
So what do they do?
Get ready.
I think that one's still able to contain it, but it's gonna be slower
Four,
now.
stay here.
Okay.
Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
fire and acid. Oh, that's explosive. Okay, good.
Stay back!
Oh! Aloy! Help!
Oh, she's not a warrior at all.
Yeah.
Get back! Over here, you!
Oh, this thing is so be over. There's no way they would have won this.
Aloy! Need a hand over here!
Everyone does.
Right. But I mean, you are special, so I guess you think you're gonna be everywhere at once.
I guess so.
Right away from Beta!
Hold on! No!
Oh, did not mean to get stuck in this.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, is she like almost dead?
I think Barrel or whatever is healing her. I don't think she can technically die.
I hope not, but sometimes
That
the
would,
games do
no,
that.
no, I know some games do, but I don't feel like this one does.
Get back! Over here, you! Aloy! Need a hand over here!
Oh!
Like, where are they even getting these rocks from? You know what I mean?
I know, like some of these generic style attacks that they do when it doesn't make any sense. But
What is it attacking?
There it goes!
Stay back!
My friends.
Oh!
I had to refill my stuff. Shot in the butt. That's not necessarily the intention, but hey. Oh, okay.
Or more, just because you would have to try again and again. There's no way you would get it the first time, you know?
I was not surprised by that, but you know.
Right.
I'm empty.
Where are your friends now? Like, none of them are helping now. They're like, yeah, we've got the last one. Although I bet you they're gonna send out more. Like, just wave 1, wave 2, wave 3.
Oh, dodged the wrong way, so that sucks.
Oh. Thought that was gonna be it.
Ah, come on.
So close. I would never be as good at you. Like, I would have to do bow and arrow on the mouse. Like, there's no way I could do that.
It's so hard on controller, it really
Yeah!
is.
Okay, thank God. I was like,
no, I
how
would
are you
much rather
doing-
be doing it on mouse and key, but
like,
last
everything
time in the
else
first
is-
game,
oh.
it was really awkward to play on mouse and key.
Oh,
and this
so
point,
you
it hasn't
could.
been nearly as awkward. I haven't
Yeah,
tried it.
that's true.
But I've heard it's better. But I just didn't even want to mess with it.
Yeah, because you're used to a certain thing.
I already got used to playing this game on controller in the first game on PlayStation, then playing it with the controller when we got it for PC.
Right.
And now, like, you know, Just, I'm so used to it, it's like, I'll just play this game.
For the stash.
Dude, it's crazy how much you can carry.
Yeah. He's a chunky boy. Oh yeah, how much she can carry?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's insane. I think in this game, it just like automatically sends your loot to your stash that you can't collect now, which is nice because...
That's
well, you used to not be able to do that.
No, right.
In the first one, you actually had to manage your stuff, and that was the worst. Oh, wait. I refilled berries from my stash. They do that automatically, too, so I don't even have to do all this nonsense, apparently. Can you imagine if I had accidentally fallen in there during all this fighting? I didn't even realize that, but I totally could have accidentally rolled into that, and that would have not... Yeah, that would have sucked. I did not realize how many parts I knocked. Oh, wait, no, they're throwing arrows out for me. That's what they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what is all this stuff? Is that a weapon? Yep, I knocked its cannon off. I could have used that. Oh well.
That would have been nice.
Yep.
Wow, you just spent 2 hours fighting and it's ready!
You two okay?
Mm-hmm.
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
Ow.
I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime.
Yeah, you better
keep her safe, Varl.
Okay.
But also, like, how?
So I've got to go track it down and force it to come back here. They're
but,
gonna
like,
fix
how
the
you gonna
broken
do that?
one. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Ah, this way. That's a lot of damage. Yes.
Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Yeah, you should play this while I'm calling. You know, keep it up. Whenever you just feel like it, you don't have to be on the same schedule, but you could be. And just, like, finish it off. And I can chat.
No, you don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
I feel like she could make it.
I know, I was gonna jump for it, but I figured because it's part of the game that I was gonna fall to my death if I did that.
That's so true. Oh god. Let's see, find the wall? Okay. You have to, like, go back. Like, go back in to find a different hill. Oh, no.
Guess not. Reach the other side.
Oh. I didn't see anything obvious.
Oh yeah, I can jump and fly. So I gotta go down to there. That's what I gotta do.
There you go. That makes sense.
I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, because you haven't had to use it in a while.
Yep.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up.
Great.
I'm almost there.
Huge power draw. That sounds good. How do I grab that?
Oh, do you have to do something?
Oh, wait. Yep. I just realized it looked like something that could be grabbed. Maybe.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
I still feel like she could have, like, just roped something up there.
I know, right?
Some of these things, I'm like, Be destructive. Be destructive.
I love it.
I was making a little parody of the Parks
Some
and
kind
Rec.
of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something,
Oh,
alright.
that's a Parks and Rec thing?
Yeah, so there's these
kind of
two,
machine is it
like,
trying to build?
siblings or twins, I can't remember, but
I don't
there's
know.
two siblings.
But I'm gonna shut it
and
down.
they fake their death.
I bet those metal carriers.
And they
don't
go to
know
the
where it's getting
funeral,
materials from.
because, like, they're like, they get some
That's where
sketchy
Hephaestus
stuff.
is hiding
Right?
too.
So they go to their funeral, and the sister sees the brother, and she's just like, "Oh, hey, bro," you know. And he's like, "Hush, you know, we gotta like sneak out of here." And then they're like, "Yeah, don't be suspicious." And then because they get so distracted, because they're like they act like children, even though they're like, you know, they're adults. They're just like rich kids that
Gotcha.
don't, you know, take
Yeah.
any responsibility. You know, it's they start making up the song, and they're like, "Suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious." And then the priest or whatever is like,
Yeah.
"Wait, is that you, Ralph?" You know? And he's like, "Ah, get out of here, we weren't seen, you know?" It's just so stupid.
That is
I love
funny.
Parks and Rec, bro.
Yeah.
Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh. I guess I was supposed to get up there. Okay. Okay, this is making more sense now.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
The power node. I think that could work.
I think it could. I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Heights would not be my friend.
Yeah.
I would have died of one. As a little girl. If I was her in her shoes.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Okay. How to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be a node you can override, near the central platform.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
I guess here we
Time to
go.
let go. Machines on to me.
Holy crap.
It is a cauldron. This area looks familiar, complete with holding onto the flying things to ride them. It's a cauldron, so they're kind of similar. So that's just kind of how these are set up, where you like have this thing. Because like the cauldrons are basically where more of these guys are being built, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like factories almost. At least that's what I gathered from it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's almost like factories where they build more of these animal robot things, and they also have like safeguards like these animal robot things to make sure like, you know, production is going good and nobody's messing with it or whatever, right? So this is just one of the many like factory type places for it. So we call them cauldrons. So yeah, they should look pretty similar to each other in a way. God, that thing is great. Great. It's so hard to move with that thing.
Yeah. It's also a pain to reload. God, this thing, using this thing, or trying to use this thing is gonna get me killed.
Apparently. Like, I know they don't want to give you an advantage too much, you know, but like, come on. And he's probably popping up behind you, just letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You've gotta make use of what these things are weak to. It's like the only way to beat them.
Right.
Okay, purge water for this guy too. Okay.
He looked like he had one of those things where you used to put the little, like the skippy things.
Yeah.
Like you put them on your ankle and you like try to hop over it as it twirled around. I never did those. I was not very good at them all. Like I think my friend had some. And I tried them. Couldn't get it.
Yeah, they're pretty tricky. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have better gear now. This game is a lot easier with better gear.
Do you remember when
and
pogo
also-
sticks were popular?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
always wanted a pogo stick.
We had one. They were fun.
Oh.
Like, we played on them like crazy. We'd do, like, how many jumps can you do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'd also, like, just how
Try
high
to
can you
do
jump?
weird
Can you do tricks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
oh, yeah.
bounce kind of on the side of it, I'm sure, you know.
Yep.
I don't know. I did have a friend or a cousin that had one, and I was too young to do it. I was so sad. I never saw one again.
Aw. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're super fun. Very dangerous. Lots of accidents happen on them.
So sure.
We tried a lot of stupid stuff on them too. Stuff that like I
Yeah.
would never let our kids do.
Oh, I bet. Things that would make me panic.
Oh yeah. More machines. Oh crap.
Great. More machines on the way.
Some more purge water for that guy.
Beta!
Purge water for them too.
This has locked me out of the node.
Okay,
Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Dang.
Chill to the core.
Shoot. Okay, of course he would run away. Oh god, that's not good for me.
Oh god, I thought you got stuck somewhere. I was like, oh my god.
Aren't they damaging each other and stuff?
Right, yeah. No, honestly, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, they kind of should be taking each other out.
I did not see him. Oh, I thought I could hide behind that thing, but obviously they're not
No,
protecting what I want.
glitches. Sometimes things are like a ghost and you can go through 'em.
What? The way it's
I
just flopping
know.
around on this. Oh my lord. Okay. So now I just need to kill the big guy that can't jump up here, which thank god he can't.
A moment before thaws.
I don't know if it's a real sign or a fake sign, but that Elon Musk gets a lot of hate, but it's not enough. We can do better.
I got them all.
You know,
I
let's
tapped
get
into
the
the
wrong
core's
hate
network
people
hub.
better.
I managed
I
to
do love
disrupt
that.
Festus' control of the node. You should be able to override
We
it
need
now.
to do more to all of them.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, too many people to hate. Not enough to give out. Oh, I forgot. That's why I collect medicine so fast. I think I did get a perk to collect more. What? Explore 2 cauldrons. Override the uplink. Oh, I didn't finish overriding it? Thought I did. I guess I got interrupted. Okay, so now That's good. Okay.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I'd better not get comfortable.
Yeah, I should probably call it, huh?
Yeah, I was wondering how much longer do you think it'll take? Do you think it'll be like 3 chambers? Let me see what thing says.
It says there's one more chamber.
Says.
I know, right?
Energy containment failed safe.
Yeah, I'll look at the spoilers.
Let's just cover the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
Yeah, I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity! I think we can do this, Aloy.
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Where are they?
Freaking page keeps reloading, so I freaking keep losing my place. You know how like ads will sometimes pop up,
yeah.
and then like it just refreshes the like it's so annoying.
Oh. Oh. I was looking for one of the machines.
Need to drive Hephaestus out.
There should be an eliminator.
Got it.
I'm just gonna sneak over here and start laying down. Oop. What? You can still play it.
No, like, why did it pull that up? This is what I wanted to see.
Oh, you didn't want the map. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daytime. I appreciate that. And said good luck with the study.
Yes.
We all need it because we're all gonna be suffering. I'm gonna be here for a little bit, hopefully, because Caleb will be trying to finish this up. I'm just gonna be laying down while he does.
Fire and purge water. Okay.
This pill makes me very tired. I'm already a tired person in general, but it's making me like weak. Like just not have any energy. I have no idea if you heard some of that. That was pretty cool. So my bad. Sorry. It is like that, but it's also just like how some people let Germany do its thing and didn't realize it was bad until they just wrote about it, you know?
Yep.
Sometimes when you're in it, you don't see it until it's too late.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very, very true. Oh, goodness, goodness. Oh, I have little tunnels to hide in? What am I gonna fight in here? It gave me, like, all kinds of hiding spots and stuff, and some good loot. This is a very sus fight. I'm about to get my ass kicked, probably. Oh, yep. Here it comes. New machines on the way.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your axe.
Okay, weak to frost damage. Okay, need to blow that up. Need to blow that up. Did it stun itself on accident? I think it, like... I don't know, that was weird. Cool, got that guy. Oh, come on, another machine.
No shots left.
Shock damage.
Oh!
I got it, finally.
There. Node access
I'm also
restored.
learning that,
Now you can override it.
with this big weapon thing, I need to be smarter.
Good
I need to
work.
have it, like, loaded. Like, reloaded before I even start a fight with something. Because it takes so long to reload. I should just, like, always have it loaded up going into any fight. I said I killed all these machines, and then I'm ready to do the last override. So we'll see if that's, you know, legit or bull.
Purge imminent. Retreat to construction bay 1.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay.
No.
Be safe.
So... what did it build? Apparently I have some new machine to fight. Something very big. We'll see how this goes. And he's covered the floor in all kinds of goo and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Like toxic or lightning, conducting electrical current stuff.
Targeted. Lot 1. Not captured. Repair Cauldron Tower. Infiltrating Cauldron. You are a violation, but no war.
this is not going to be fun, I'm guessing. Alright, I wonder what this big bad machine is.
Your interference will be terminated. Deploying priority unit S Mark 1.
I should scan it first. Those things.
Slaughter Spine is what it is. It's level 45 apparently. Okay. Weak to frost and purge water.
Its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. It finished charging. It's covered in plasma. It got plasma on me. It's gonna explode any second.
Oh, no.
I could take out its tail, stop some of its attacks. Got it! It's charging up again. It's done.
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by.
Well, you're
I'm sending
right.
Hephaestus back to you.
Always one more thing. Always one more thing. You called it. So, well, just, you know, we did the 2 overrides that we had to do. Oh no, there's a new machine we have to fight. Oh, okay, now now you can do the actual last override, now that you killed that machine. Okay. Sure. Until we find the next thing. I really do think this probably is the last override. But I bet after we do this, we're gonna have the freaking Zenith show up. So, woo. I wanted to do the override. I did not want to slash at it.
No more hiding,
It's
Hephaestus.
11:30 p.m. here, so I am going to head to bed, or at least try. Good night. Good night, daytime, if you're not already gone. Thanks for watching. Always
Make sure
appreciate
it
you
stays
joining and chatting.
I'm heading back.
It's always a great time. And we'll catch you next time.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We
Wow.
couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
That's funny. Yep. Oh, I did knock off one of its weapons and I never used it against it. That's too bad. Oh, look at this thing I knocked off of it that I could have been using to fight it. Freaking awesome. I wish I would have used it. Oh wait, why am I using it up here? I might need it, and I can bring it with me.
Now this is a find.
Dang, I used like half of its energy. Oh, well, oh no, it's gonna take way too long to walk with this thing. I'm over it already. Even though it's probably not that long of a walk, I'm not doing it.
Aloy, the bypass is done.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Hey, we contained it. Let's
Now we better
go.
get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully. Aloy! Look!
Yeah, I don't know. You see Varl back there? In white face? And here come the Zeniths, yeah.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You've cost us quite a lot of time.
And squash that bug while you're at it. Ooh!
Get behind me.
Oh no, it's gonna kill
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
No.
Aloy!
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed. Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even
Yeah.
Was she one of them?
Mm-hmm. She was looking at us in a way that indicated, like, some sort of understanding and sympathy in the first fight. Mm-hmm. And
so
she sent...
was fighting against this the whole time.
I wonder if she's the one that also did the AI, like, unlocking that allowed Beta to have access to fun thing. Oh, wait. Tilda is, yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Well, that sucks. So, they have Gaia now, with all the functions, and they have Beta, and they killed Varl. And we're back at base, it looks like, but is anyone else here? Oh, wait.
You're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay.
She's like, I need to get going, you know?
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm guessing this lady has been alive for forever like them and is tired of it. Like, this is not meaningful living. There's nothing that's meaningful anymore. They're monsters. Like, they're awful. She probably wants things to reset back to normalcy, is my hunch. But was looking for the right opportunity to do it. Which is probably why she trained Beta some, or allowed her to learn stuff. But then saw us and was like, oh, a better Beta.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was her thought. Oh, someone that's strong.
Yeah.
That can actually, like, take them down. Okay. Is there... I just want to get to a spot where it's, like, done for a minute.
Campfire to say that.
Just a few favorites
Probably
from my
not
collection.
in here, obviously.
Right, so
but-
I'm sure it's
Rescued
safe.
and stored here
Oh
just
my
before I went
goodness.
off-world. Take a
Wherever
look,
she says
if
she
you
had, like, art and stuff.
I'm curious to hear your impressions.
Yeah.
My friend is dead.
Really
Beta
to
and
go
Gaia
with
are
Wes, I could
gone,
probably
and
tell
you
you
want me
what
to look at old paintings?
You
Don't
can
be so
actually
quick to
inspect
dismiss
them,
the
but not right
comfort
now.
we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
No. So I can.
My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Oh, this one's, yeah.
Celine and Endymion.
I didn't know what it was called,
She's
but I
the
definitely
goddess
seen
of
it.
the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust, by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's Lidded Ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial?
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling. She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
I held focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything, except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Sylens and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be, but her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the Data Channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access. When Sylens flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regalla.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. We'll be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Looks like there's more to this place. I'm sure Tilda won't mind me poking around. But how to get through these vines?
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood. Can't hook onto that.
Okay, where is a campfire? Wow, okay.
No room on me. I can send it to my stash.
Well, now that I gotta save, I'm definitely gonna call it a night here. It's been very interesting finally getting into this, like, deeper into it, for sure. I was kind of disappointed with the storyline at first, to be honest, but it certainly picked up, and holy crap, 19 skill points I haven't invested yet. I need to start doing that. Alright, well, I will stream again on Sunday, and we'll pick up on the main storyline where we left off. Thanks everyone that joined and watched. Appreciate you all.